Hello, my friends. How is everybody doing? Today again we are together for another Segway episode. Outdoor Segway. Today we will talk about how to manage our stress during this corona crisis lockdown. We know the fears is reaching the roof now. Anxiety, still uncertainty, a lot going on. A lot of people are in very great deal of stress. We are under stress when we have a lot of demands on ourselves, like a lot of pressure, and we feel like we don't have enough resources to cope with the situations. It's like there is an imbalance between the demands, the pressure, and the resources we have to cope, and that will generate the stress. Stress can arise from external causes or internal. Some external causes could be life situations, as this crisis we are living in now. Could be illness, either ourselves or a loved one. Could be at work, could be because of study, could be because of an event, like upcoming event, could be anything. But since we feel like we cannot cope with the situation, that can become a stressful situation. So with the stress, we will have a lot of thoughts, and the thoughts will generate emotions. The emotions now will generate physical sensation, and we will have to the behaviors. So some of the thoughts we can have when we are dealing with stress could be now what they call distorted thinking, or what they call cognitive distortions. So we we don't think rationally. The thoughts we have are just irrational or inaccurate. We can't see them as what they are, but we like channel them through a filter. And this filter could be a result of our past experiences. Some of the like cognitive distortion or distorted thought could be like catastrophizing. So we will see everything as, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Everybody will get sick. Everybody will die. This will never end. Catastrophizing. We can be mind reading. So we are projecting our thoughts on others, trying to see through their mind what they are thinking. There are a lot of a kind of cognitive distortion. I won't have time to go through each of them, but keep in mind that we can have this. We can also think that we don't have time for this, we can't do this. We can think, oh, it's unfair, somebody should be helping me, I will never finish this. All of those kind of thoughts. And now with the thoughts will come the emotions. So some of the emotions could be sadness, feeling depressed, feeling hopeless, feeling helpless, worthless, feeling, you can feel anger, you can have, yes, anxiety. Yes, all of the kind of emotions. You can have fear, everything, like feeling overwhelmed due to the stressful situation. And then we can feel it too physically. Like on a physical level, we can feel tension in the muscles and mostly the neck muscles. You can have GI distress, like problems in the gastrointestinal tract due to stress. You can have lack of sleep. You can have headaches. You can have tightness in the chest. You can feel hot, sweaty, yeah, racing heart. You can have difficulty breathing. That can even mimic a heart attack, but could be a panic attack. Okay. We can feel like we can become forgetful, that we forget very easily. We can feel like difficulty to concentrate. The behaviors we can have are, first off, we can start now acting differently. Uh, like using substances, okay, that can alter our conscience. We can as behavior, we can eat more or less, acting out, become isolative, so we don't communicate with others. We can now having a lot of things to do, become very having a lot of things on the go, but we never finish anything. We can like being busy all the time, but we are not really achieving anything. We are like easily distracted. It's just because of the stress. We have to fight. Yes, I'd like to get our concentration, to keep our focus and our concentration level. Yeah, now, first thing we can do to manage the stress is to acknowledge the stressors we have. We have a pandemic situation affecting every area in the world. Every There is different. There are so many aspects of the issues. So what can trigger me, or what can be my stressor, could not be your stressors. So it is important to recognize, okay, what is your stressor, what is your triggers in the situation. Some people probably their stressors is about getting sick, getting a loved one sick, or losing loved one, losing their jobs, losing situation, having their plans being blown, anything. So for the for to the same situation could have different aspect of it that is a stressor for us. This is why it's important to acknowledge the stressors. And acknowledging the stressors in terms of managing, we have to identify what is relevant to us and what is not. What we can get control over and what we have to let go. Because the very first reason why we are having distress is because we think that we should do things. We should do it. So when we realize that there are things that we cannot do, we just have to let them go. That's a first step. The first step, yes, to the stress management. Okay, now we will go through the thinking now, how we will think differently, how we will try now to reverse the distorted thoughts. First off, we have to see the thoughts for thoughts, what they are, and ask ourselves, what if all the things I'm thinking about never happen. Just because I believe they could happen doesn't mean that they will happen. They are thoughts and they are facts. So thoughts are thoughts. We cannot control what thoughts exactly we will have, but we can control how we will react to them. Will us be like feeding them, or just see them for what they are and say that could never happen, and that's a thought, and not let this thought now take the lead. And we will try now to do things differently, because do you remember that we had a behavior like linked to the stress? So we will do the opposite action. Okay, instead of isolating, we will now reach out, call friends, call family members, call people, so we can talk, we can reach out, you know, instead of like having a lot of things, to trying to do a bunch of things that we will never finish. We will do small things, on a regular basis, and you will do what you can do. And with doing by doing what you can do, even though it's a small actions, that will give you a sense of achievement, and that can bring you more confidence and a sense of satisfaction, instead of having unrealistic expectations. Okay, and you can't even reach any of those expectations. So be realistic, do things, small things daily, even if it's to do the laundry. It is like to clean your room. That's an achievement for you, because otherwise you would not do it anyway. Okay, now what you can do to, instead of worrying all the time, because that's one of that's part of the stress too. Worrying and ruminating is, you are ruminating about the past, things that mishappened, and or we are thinking, ruminating about your failures, your mistakes. So you get stuck in the past and you can't move forward. So that will lead, when we are stressed, ruminating can lead to stress, and stress can lead to ruminating. It's kind of a vicious cycle. And worrying is like seeing the worst for the future. We cannot envision anything good for the future. We are just worrying what will happen, what is the worst that will happen, and what if the worst happen, or we just see like black and white. Okay, so thing will be worse, nothing good is happening or will happen. It's like we are worrying mostly about, oh my god, what if I get this I get, instead of now saying, okay, I will take the precautions I have to take, observe the guidelines, and stay calm. No, when we are stressed, we lose this ability, because we are no more in rationality. So, yes, what you can do for this worrying and ruminating, we can set time to worry or to not worry. Okay, you choose a time in the day during which you avoid worrying, or you spend this time to worry. If you spend this time to worry, during this moment you allow yourself to worry about anything you want. Welcome worries. Okay, it's the worries time. So now you sit and you allow yourself to worry, but you have to fix a time limit too for this thing. Okay, if I will be worrying for 20 minutes, for this 20 minutes, I will be worrying about anything, losing my dog, my cat, my house, my everything. What if I get sick, I die, I pass away in the street, whatever. I am worrying. And during this time, try to not be distracted by anything else. Just focus on your worries. You can, if you want, you can even write them down. Write down on a paper every worries coming through your mind. Put them down. And now, 20 minutes, bang, stop. You stop worrying at this moment. And you won't worry anymore for the day. Anytime some worry would come to your mind, you will just refocus your attention to something else, because you don't allow yourself to worry beyond this time you set for that. If you set the time for not worrying, do the same thing. So you can choose a specific time, or during a specific activity you are performing, you can say, okay, at this moment is my time to not worry at all. And anytime you would surprise yourself being worrying, you would just refocus your attention to the task at hand and say, okay, I won't dive in this worrying, because I will do it later. Okay, so you can do either one. Okay, but it's like to limit your time, like being engaged in ruminating, worrying, being like getting in the loop of stress. So when you do that too, that will give you some awareness of your thoughts and emotion, and that can help you. Okay, that can help you manage your emotions, regulate your emotions. And talking about that, yes, part of the stress management is the mindfulness. The practice of mindfulness is to get present in the moment, focusing your attention in what is happening in the moment without judging anything. Okay, what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you smell, what you taste, you are in the present moment. You are not worrying about for the future or ruminating from the past. You are in the present moment. So this is like the mindfulness. You can do some mindful activities too, like you go for a walk when it's sunny like that. You can go outside, go for a mindful walk, focus on what you are seeing. You are seeing the trees, you are seeing observing the sky, seeing the birds, listening to the birds. Whatever you are doing, be focused on this particular thing you are doing, so mindfully, and not just I'm just working like on automatic pilot. No, I'm working on the earth. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Also, you can take time for yourself. Self-care. We are always talking about this, because when you don't take time for yourself, you will be deep into your stress. Okay, take care for yourself and do things that bring you joy. Okay, that bring you sense of enjoyment and achievement. Do things like practice a hobby. If you don't have, like, you can pick one. Let me suggest to some of mine: reading, writing, listening to music, singing out loud, dancing. while doing anything. I'm cleaning, I'm dancing. I'm doing laundry, I'm dancing. You know, that you don't have time now to be worrying or ruminating. You, yeah, you can do whatever you used to do. Okay, and that's helpful for your to bring you a sense of enjoyment. Okay, and also think you can use to manage the stress is to use like relaxation techniques. Okay, um I don't have time to exactly go into that, but I think in another video I can talk specifically about the relaxation techniques. But like one of them like is the body scan. So you lay down and you let go. You don't think about anything. You just focus on your, for example, your breathing movement. Okay, you can like just focus on every part of your body. You are like um trying to relax them. And you can use too positive talk or positive affirmation. Positive talk is, instead of saying like, oh my God, I don't have time, you can say, okay, I will find a time. Instead of saying, oh my God, I will never finish this. No, okay, I will try another way. So things like that, like in a little bit, don't listen that much to your inner critic, because one of the 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 cognitive distortions is like the inner critic. Yeah, the critical thinking, like against ourselves. It's not like critical thinking to understand things rationally, but to just over criticize ourselves. Okay, and the other thing to help us manage the stress, step back. Listen less to the news. Sometimes turn off everything. Don't even watch me. No, watch me. Okay, go to Sagwe Fit Dance channel. Okay, instead of like listening to this news 24/7. We are not getting more informed, but more stressed. We need to know the some information that are really helpful, and now the rest is just to increase your anxiety level. So don't do that to yourself. Okay, sometimes listen to anything, to any news. Don't go to website like searching the webs to find the latest information. You will know it anyway. Okay, so try to be engaged in more relaxing activities. Okay, so sometimes step back. Yes, other thing to manage the stress during the coronavirus lockdown is to let go. Let go. Letting go. In terms of like identify what I can control and what I can't control. Here I post a list of things that I can control and things that I can't control. You will see in one circle the things, some of the things I can control are what I'm doing to protect myself, like washing my hands, okay, like staying home, control what I'm eating, what I'm watching, control the media I'm watching, the news I'm watching. Those things I can do, like control if I will the number of hours I will sleep, the quality of the food I'm eating. Like I can control that, so like to not eat like processed food, like carbs food that are linked to inflammation. Avoid like drinking, avoid smoking, avoid using anything that can weaken my immune system. All of those things I can control them, but I can't control the spread of the virus. The government will respond to the spread of the virus. I can't control how people trying to protect themselves. I can't control those things, so I have to let go on those. I cannot be worrying about them because they are not under my will or control. I can't control the statistics. I can't control the facts. So this is the crucial thing to do. To do what you can control and let go on things you cannot control. Knowing that you are doing everything that is the best you can do. So guys, that was all I have for you, and how to manage our stress during this crisis. Talked about how to do like opposite actions, how to think differently, what we can do, among what we can do differently. We can take care of ourselves. We can listen to music mindfully, like we are listening to the music, we get into the music, we can participate in the music by dancing, by singing, okay, as I will do later. Yeah, we will be dancing, singing, okay. Yeah, you know, we always do things practically. After the lecture is the practice. It wasn't a lecture, it was just a talk. Anyway, whatever it is, so yeah, and take time to have fun. Also use diffusing techniques, like stop the negative thinking pattern, step back, like to with the step back you can observe things from different perspectives, okay, and be aware of your emotions, be aware of your thoughts, be aware of your behaviors, because we know that stress can lead to unhealthy behavior like overeating, over drinking, over smoking, and to not take time to sleep well, okay. All of those things that can be resulting from stress. So we can break the cycle of negative thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. So we can break the cycle, or either at the level of the thoughts, or at the level of the emotions, or at the level of the behavior. Any of this we change will change the pattern and will break the cycle. So, guys, let's get started with our dancing. Yeah, you know, there is no segue without our dancing. We will dance with Afet shoot out to this group on YouTube, Afet. Okay, this group posts a lot of beautiful songs, videos, so shout out to them. Thank you for allowing me to use your music. practicing our Sagway. Bye guys. I hope everybody enjoyed this session of Sagway on stress management. Bye guys. Have fun. Stay fit. Have fun. Stay fit. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care. Self-care. Always. Bye guys. See you on the next video.